a lion cub, a massive python, and a lone silverback gorilla. What began as innocent play quickly spiraled into a deadly trap until an unlikely figure burst from the acacia grove. But it wasn't just the rescue that stunned the rangers. It was what the lion pride did after. Why did they suddenly turn on their savior? What unfolded in those next few moments shocked even seasoned wildlife experts. Stay with us to witness one of the wild's most unbelievable encounters. Back-end index pointing down, tell us in the comments, is Bakery just a hero, or something even greater? The savanna stretched endlessly beneath the warm golden sun, its rolling green waves dancing gently in the breeze. Scattered acacia trees stood still, their flat tops etched like paintings against the sky. It was a quiet, timeless morning in the sanctuary. Near a shallow dip in the land, a young lion cub pounced after a grasshopper, its tiny paws slapping at the air in playful clumsiness. The wind tugged at its golden coat. It had wandered just past the watchful edge of its pride, lured by the chase through rustling grass. A male and female lion lounged beneath a nearby acacia, half asleep in the glowing light. A deep, lazy growl slipped from the male's throat, a soft call, but no response came. Yet nearby something else stirred. Something lower, unseen, a shape moved beneath the waving blades, a long, earth-colored coil of patience and muscle. The cub, oblivious, chased its prey into the taller grass. The grasshopper leapt, so did the cub, and behind them, the grass shifted, then stilled. All seemed peaceful until it wasn't. The cub, caught in the rhythm of play, crept deeper into the grassland. Its focus was total. But only feet away, another shadow moved. Then, like a bolt, the python struck. The serpent was enormous, thicker than a man's leg and far longer than the cub. In a flash, it coiled around the small body, crushing with terrifying power. The cub squealed, a high-pitched, piercing sound that ripped through the stillness. In an instant, the male lion's head shot up. The female was already up, ears pricked, body tense. Their growls rolled low, then louder, like thunder rumbling across the plains. The cub kicked and cried, its limbs weak against the snake's tightening grip. The python squeezed tighter, glistening in the sunlight, tongue darting like a whisper. The grass trembled violently. A life-and-death struggle played out in near silence. The male lion lunged forward, then stopped too close. The female circled, snarling, frantic. But every move risked hurting the cub. Time slowed. The cries grew faint. The male roared again, but the python did not let go. The breeze stirred the grass, the heat burned down. And somewhere in the shadows of the acacia grove, another presence stirred. From behind the trees, a pair of dark, intense eyes watched. It was Bakery, the silverback gorilla, once a proud leader, now alone. Since his troop was moved by conservation efforts, dust clung to his fur. The years had slowed him, but not dulled him. He had heard the calls. He had seen what the lions couldn't fix, and now he moved, at first a step, then another, then faster. The grass parted as Bakery began to run toward the fight, toward the impossible. The sun blazed overhead, blazed down on his back. His chest expanded. His fists slammed against his sides. Then came a deep, primal roar as he charged forward. The male and female lions snarled in alarm, but the python didn't flinch. It squeezed harder. The lion cub's paw gave a weak twitch. That was enough. Bakery lunged, silver muscles rippling with raw force. His hands found the thick, coiled body of the serpent, fingers digging in. The python hissed in protest, its head whipping toward this new threat. But Bakery was relentless. He pulled. The snake resisted. The lion cub whimpered. The python writhed and twisted. Bakery's feet planted deep into the earth, his arms straining, sinews stretching. He pulled again, harder. Slowly, painfully, the coils began to slip. One loop, then another. The cub tumbled free, its breath ragged but still coming. In a final flash of fury, the python struck fangs, grazing Bakery's shoulder. He grunted, stumbled, but didn't fall. The snake paused, then slid away, disappearing into the grass like a vanishing shadow. Bakery stood motionless, his massive form now a silent wall between the cub and the lions. The male lion stepped forward. The female gave a low, uncertain growl, but Bakery didn't flinch, he simply turned. And just like that he began to walk away back toward the grove, vanishing the same way he had come. Like myth, like wind. Several kilometers out, Rangers Daniel and Tar bounced slowly along a dust-tracked road, their binoculars sweeping the plains. Another quiet patrol until the silence shattered. Roars, but not of hunting. They were wild, disordered. Daniel slammed the brakes. Tar grabbed the radio. Unusual vocal activity. Heading in. The vehicle jolted forward, tires brushing tall grass as they sped across the savanna. They climbed a ridge and stopped staring. Below, a surreal sight. The lion cub lay breathing, its sides rising weakly. Nearby, the lion pair stood tense, watching something move into the distance. The python slithered into thick brush, its massive body swallowed by green. And there, at the edge of the acacias, walked a gorilla, calm, measured, alone. "Is that a gorilla?" Daniel whispered. Tar only nodded, stunned. Bakery paused. His eyes met Daniel's, heavy, quiet, knowing. Then he turned and disappeared. Into the shadows, the Rangers crept forward. The lions gave space but circled the cub protectively, their faces still taut, unreadable. Daniel knelt beside the cub, fingers tracing gently along its ribs, alive, barely breathing. Tar stared into the trees. "We have to document this," he murmured. "No one's going to believe it, but they would try." That evening, back at base, Daniel and T shared what they'd seen. The room fell still. "A gorilla?" one ranger scoffed. "Saving a lion cub? You serious? Maybe the heat got to you." But the facts spoke louder than disbelief. Massive gorilla tracks in the dirt, grass torn and trampled, a line of scales marking the python's escape. And the lion cub, now alive and watched over. In the days that followed, the cub regained its strength. It played again, wandering, yes, but never too far. This time, the male and female lions stayed closer, more vigilant than ever before. Bakery was never seen again, but whispers spread. Staff began calling him the guardian. Visitors heard the tale, wide-eyed with wonder. Among locals, the story took root, spoken as a sign, a reminder that nature holds truths beyond our understanding. Some even say Bakery never left, that he still moves among the acacias, unseen, ever watchful. For the lion cub, life returned to the familiar, chasing shadows, napping in the sun. But behind that innocence was a story. One it would never remember, but the grass would. The sanctuary would. Because once, beneath a blazing sky, a lion cub lay caught between life and death, and from the trees a protector emerged. In a world ruled by instinct and survival, that moment broke every rule. A gorilla, a lion cub, a bond without words, no reason. Just instinct. Just heart. Nature, unfiltered and unscripted, showed us something rare. Compassion in a place that doesn't owe it. Strength that chose mercy. And in that, a lesson, that real guardianship isn't just muscle or might, it's stepping forward when others freeze. It's choosing to help even when no one's watching. Because even out here, where wild things rule, kindness still finds a way. If this story moves something in you, if you believe magic still lingers in the untamed, in the wind, in paw prints and silence, then stay close. Like, subscribe, and share this story, because out here, in the wild, legends don't shout, they act. And their echoes are heard for generations. In the green heart of the grasslands, a lion cub lives because one guardian chose to care.